Hey everybody, welcome back to Retired Renovators. This is the YouTube channel that my husband Gary and I have put together to document the progress on the restoration of our carriage house and our big brick house in Paducah, Kentucky. So we are busy putting the guts into the house now, and today I want to talk about putting in a central vacuum system, because these are awesome, and it's something that you think you might not be able to do by yourself, but you totally can, whether it's a new house, a house that you're fixing, or even a current house that you're living in. So let's get started. All right, so a Central Vac system sounds super fancy, but it's actually a lot easier than you think it is. This is something that do-it-yourself people can do for sure. He found a company called Think Vacuum, I think it's called Think Vacuum, that he bought the parts from. And so here we are in the big brick house. We obviously knew we wanted to put in a Central Vac system because they're awesome. Let me tell you about a couple of things that we did that might help you if you put in a system. So if you have a basement, put your vacuum down there, or a crawl space. Try not to have the final piece, the actual vacuum part, be in your attic. Work downward. So you've got to make sure that you use appropriate equipment. We decided to try to follow a lot of the plumbing because we already knew that it was going to be hidden in some places, but we have a couple key closets where we were able to tuck the vacuum with. So the vacuum parts, you get these tubes. They start out about 3 feet that can glue together. You have these little couplings that you put on and glue, and then you have lots of little parts. There's a whole bunch of these that go every which way, so it's like a little jigsaw puzzle when you put the whole thing together. So if you're working downward, you've got pipes all over your house, but you're working toward eventually getting all of them to the vacuum. And you can see from the video that I'll show you with Gary putting the final joints together in the vacuum, how it all comes down to one vacuum. The more inlets that you have, the more pipes that are required, and the more potential loss of power that you're going to have. So for example, our house, including the attic, second floor, first floor, is about 5,000 square feet, which I know is ridiculous. But we have 9, I think, inlets for those 3 floors. One in the attic, maybe 4 or 5 on the second floor. We've got more walls with bedrooms, and then I think we have 3 in the first floor. So you want to find this efficient path to get all your pipes going through. This stuff cuts pretty well. Really all you're doing is cutting with some kind of hacksaw, or you can use a recip saw. You can hold on to it, it will cut pretty quickly. You glue just like you would do for plumbing. You have glue, and you put the part on the glue like this, and it will hold really quickly. So you put the glue on, you got to know where you want to go and twist it and go and build your system. This is the path where everything ends up, basically, or most everything, connecting here and going down into the basement. There's an inlet here. You can see the electrical wire. The wire goes with all the piping that connects to the inlet, and that's how the electric comes. You can see you can make lots of little curves, anything to get you where you want to go. A little hint here, but when you're dry fitting your pieces, make a mark by each one, so you know where to glue, where it goes together. You can look up here. Yeah, you can see all that piping. This is in what we call the vacuum closet. We're running plumbing down there, but also the vacuum stuff. So you can see it looks, kind of crazy up there, but it runs down into the basement in a neat sort of way, and no one will be able to see this. If you could take just a moment and hit the subscribe button, I'd really appreciate it. It lets YouTube know that people are watching, and who knows, you might even enjoy the content. So appreciate it. Give us a thumbs up, but hit the subscribe button. All right. It's a lot easier for us because the house walls are all open, but you can see that this is one bay. You could take out your drywall just in this one section, and so you could find easy places to put your pipes, especially if you run an efficient line. So work it out on paper, and then you can put it in the system. So we paid a total of about, it was under $1,500. I think it was $1,400 for the whole vacuum system. It seems extremely high quality. We tested in the attic, and it had a lot of sucking power. Basically, again, it's just a question of gluing pipes, cutting pipes, being able to do very simple electrical connections. And so it's definitely within a do-it-yourselfer's help. It's good if you have two people. In this case, it would have been really difficult if I hadn't helped him, because there were times he was in the crawl space and I needed to be on one floor and he on another floor. I could cut the pipe, hand it to him. And so two people, it works really well. It took us, I would say, about a week to put it in, but we did a whole lot of other things during that time as well. So it's not super time consuming.